5 emotional barriers to achieve goals. 5 emotional barriers to achieve goals. This is Zahra Ranjbar and welcome to my channel, Brain Heart Wonders. Today we have very interesting topic to discuss about. This is all about emotional barriers. And what is emotional barrier? Actually, it's mental insecurity, mental limitation. And this mental limitation prevents us from communicating with others openly and effectively, and also difficult to perceive others' perspective or the thought and emotion of other people. The good news about emotional barrier is because it's a learned behavior. There is a solution for all. So in next video, we are going to talk about the solution. In this video, we are talking about the 5 emotional barriers or mental limitation, as we said. Okay. You already know about it. This is all reminding for you. Okay, so this video helps us to be more aware of our emotion. This is self-awareness, self-management, and self-regulation. And also before proceeding, please make sure you press the bell, like and subscribe, and share this video to those who find this insight beneficial to them, especially those who are just brand new entrepreneurs or CEOs or those who want to achieve their goals. Okay, it can be very beneficial to them as well. So the first emotional barrier is being preoccupied and self-absorbed. Okay, I have seen myself in many cases. Okay, so this type of mentality, probably they are not aware of how this type of mentality can prevent them from get connected with others, because they cannot openly and effectively communicate their thoughts, emotion with others. They are deeply immersed into their own interest, emotion, beliefs, that they don't have much time for others. Even if they create time for others, they are not in the same boat. This type of people living as if they are living in different worlds. They are completely detached from the reality. They think rules don't apply to them. They are so impatient, they are so absorbed, so preoccupied. Then they created a very solid wall between themselves and those who are working with that person. So what will be the consequences of such an emotional barrier if it is not resolved? It affects on the team performance. It creates lots of complexity in the communication and eventually it affects on the productivity of the plan they have. They most probably they don't achieve the goal because of this person with such a very solid emotional barrier. If somebody step into the office, they talk to this person, she or he does not seem like listening at all. They are not very good listener because they are not present at that moment. They are not present. They are deeply involved in their own interest. They are so manipulative as well. They know how to, when they have discussion with others, they know how to turn and steer the conversation back to themselves and bring their own idea out. This is type of people they are. They are not good listeners. They don't have any sense of empathy. They don't have any sense of contribution to others. So how can we expect a person like this? They don't have any consideration for others. How can this person, expect the company, the business progressing successfully? No way, no way. Sooner or later, the whole system, the system she or he created, gets broken down. It affects all the staff, it affects all the people who are working with, it affects all the team performance, all in a negative way, not positive way. And eventually, they reach the point they have to close it because the productivity, what they expected, they didn't reach that productivity because the team, they are not working with their heart, because they are not satisfied, because the people working with such a person as a leader, they expect leadership, they expect somebody who is approachable. If at the beginning there is a small issues, if they cannot openly and effectively communicate with this person, so this small issue gets bigger and bigger, and then affects on the whole system. So eventually, no productivity, and the business get closed forever. So this is the result of being deeply self-occupied and self-absorbed, and it doesn't work with business unless you are aware and you change yourself. Emotional intelligence is very important. Start with ourselves. If I want to open a business, first I have to evaluate and assess myself. If I have capacity, I have physical capacity, I have mental capacity, I have emotional capacity, psychological capacity, and spiritual capacities. If I said okay to all of them, so I am pretty ready. On top of all, emotional capacity is very, very important. All important, especially emotional capacities. When I am aware of myself, self-awareness, so it is easy for me then to know social awareness, to be aware of all those who are surrounding me. This is all about the business, right? So communication is the key. Communication is very, very important. And here, better to discuss, there are many courses available. NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. I had this course, which was huge, about 6-7 years ago, and I found this very, very important. This is all about self-awareness. This is all about emotional intelligence, and then and social awareness, and also it is very, very good reference for those who want to step into entrepreneurship or to be in a position of CEO. Okay, so this book is very important if you can find it. Otherwise, the course is available. It was written by Daniel Goldman, I remember now, and then it was beautifully written and lots of exercises as well in that book. It helps you to give idea what is emotional intelligence, how to be self-aware, self-awareness, self-management, self-regulation, and also transfer your awareness to the social awareness, so you know others better when you know yourself in depth. So this is the first emotional barrier. There are more and more to talk about emotional barrier. What are the signs, about self-absorbed personality and being preoccupied deeply? How can this type of mentality can affect on the business? So this we talk about. And if you want to know if you have sign of self-absorbed, there are also books available, and I'm going to discuss it in following videos as well, some part of it, because this is huge issues. Okay, I try to just organize my timetable to discuss about it. The second emotional barrier is self-doubt and fear. You have a plan, you have solid plan. You know your pathway and you know your goal and you want to achieve the goal. However, you have a special mentality about yourself. You have a fear. You are not sure if you can do it or not. You have, ruminating all the time, all negative thought about what happened, for example, 2, 3 years ago. What happened yesterday? What happened last year? All negativity. You are living in the past. And all with self-sabotaging, self-deceiving, blame, all the negativity about yourself. And all overthinking all the time. Self-blaming all the time. And with the same mentality, you want to achieve the goal. So this is a little bit tricky. It needs more time for to be aware of yourself. And there is a process. There are some exercises to do. But today I'm going to just mention what are the emotional barriers to discuss about. Okay, so we are discussing about for the solution. We are going to create time for the next video. We talk about it, and fortunately there is a solution for all of them. So this person with all negativity about herself or about himself, they see everything as a failure. Those friends or family around them, if they see something, for example, they say, no, this business is not for you, you're too young, or it needs more finance, this, that. So they grab this idea and they internalize it. Yes, I was right. Everything, whatever I do, even people telling me exactly how I feel about myself. You don't need any negativity around you. If you have a plan, you have to eliminate all the negativity. You don't need these people. You need encouraging people around you, not discouraging you. Okay, this is very, very important. But good news is there is a solution for self-doubt and fear as well. There are people who pass through all these emotional barriers and they are very successful. If you read the documentation, you will find out you are not alone. So there is a solution for that and good news for you if you feel you are under this category. Another emotional barrier is ambivalence thinking. You have everything. You have planned. You journaling, everything you wanted to do. You wanted to achieve a fulfilled life by achieving the goal. Exactly, it is clear to you. But all the time, you are between two yes or no, two different directions. Do it, not do it. Go for it, I step back. This kind of challenges also is important. It is not there are so many people thinking that way. They have such a, ambivalent, emotional, two-directional emotional status, So this can be also addressed. It can be resolved as other emotional barriers. Because underneath the root of all the emotional barriers are an anxiety. When an anxiety is resolved, when triggers are found, okay, and avoid the triggers, okay, and find the problem down there on the root, okay, discover that resolution is much easier. Okay, so this is the third one. And the fourth one is procrastination. Procrastination, this is very interesting actually. This is emotional barriers, but this is very, very interesting. Like, you have a solid plan. You design your route. Everything is mathematically, everything calculated, everything just, so organized. And you know your goals, right? But here, there is a special emotion come to your mind. You have everything ready. You already set up your finance, your time, your energy, everything. Okay. By the time you want to tap on the decision box, you step back. You step back and you don't know why. I know a gentleman, he told me for 3 years he has been planning to achieve the goal, and he told me about his goal, and he said the plan is well organized, very systematic, and very solid plan, and I know my way, everything. By the time I want to make a decision, as if 10 strong hands pulls me back and then don't let me push the button for decision. And I told him what to do. After a few times, he went and checked himself. He journalized exactly what he was feeling that moment. Exactly. He just wrote it down. Not the first, not the second time, the third time he found out what was the reason, what was the root cause. It back a long way when he was a child. And his father told him he'll never be somebody. And he told me, he said, my dad told me I was stupid, some word like that. So he said, if I wanted to go with my plan, if I am successful, my father would tell me, so what do you want to prove for me? If I am not successful, my father will laugh at me and say, I told you, you are not, a clever person. And to me, this gentleman looks so smart, so intelligent, and very presentable. And eventually, after a few months, I met him. He stepped into his pathway to get to achieve his goal, which I was very happy about it. So, because he knew the source of these emotional barriers, he stopped by himself because the father, mother, your background is not your destiny. Your destiny, you make your destiny. This is procrastination. So, by the time he reached the decision making, he simply tapped onto the button of the decision box, and he made it, and he is on the way to achieve, and he is very optimistic about. He is very positive minded person with positive outlook, with growth mindset, and also he was also doing self development courses as well, and I was so happy for him. He did it all. So If it worked for him, it can work for you and can work for everybody, as long as know where is the source. If you cannot find the root, the causative factor of your emotion, doesn't matter, but still there is a solution for that. There is another emotional, barrier is procrastination. The first one was procrastination. You couldn't make a decision. Somebody blocked you. But this one is procrastination. You easily go to the plan, you design your pathway, you keep going, but you want to just bring all the terms. Suppose if you have a 1 year to achieve your goal, you want to shrink it in 2 months. It is not possible. In hurry. And underneath, and causative factor of this also is anxiety. Okay? So, we mentioned about the 5 emotional barriers can be overcome. You can be, successful, achieve your goal, have your fulfilled life. Okay, if you are aware of your own emotional status. Okay, and before saying bye to you, please make sure you press the bell, like and subscribe. And next video we are going to talk about the solution to the emotional barriers, to any emotional barriers. Okay, we are going to talk about with all love and gratitude. Looking forward to connecting with you soon in the next video. All the best. Thank you.